I've been wanting to have my own dress form for a while now, but the price of the dress form in the market is not encouraging, it's too high. The imported one is around 230,000 naira and the handmade one is around 60,000 upward. So I was like, this thing I can make it myself. So I went to the market with my sister. As we got the materials that I will be needing for this dress form, we came back home. I'm sorry I was unable to take pictures of the materials before I proceeded to the project. On getting home, I came back to this my mannequin. I love the shape, I love the size of the mannequin, so I chose to go with that. Initially I wanted to draw a body pattern, but because of this shape that I was seeing and I loved, so I chose to go with this. So we started by covering that mannequin with this over nylon of mine that we had at home, and then we started wrapping, covering with our masking tape. We started from the waistline, we proceeded to the neck part to secure it, and then we moved to the bust line. She was moving, I was moving. The job here was massive, and finally we were able to get this. As in, see it, look at it. After covering it with masking tape, this is what we had, and this was me showing everything I got to hubby on phone for the dress form. Initially I wanted to use that leather, but I later changed my mind. But now look at the arrow pointing at that rod. That was the rod I got for this dress form, of which I took to the weather to help me make the triple stand that I'll be using with it. And after covering it with another paper tape, as you can see in the video, I went ahead to cut the back in order for us to remove it from the mannequin. And the removal process was not easy, it was tough, my darling, because the thing never wanted to come off. So we were trying to pull, she was pulling, I was pulling, she was holding, I was pulling. See the energy, and finally we were able to remove it. At first we were scared for it not to rip apart, but thank God we were able to get something, and we were checking here the shape that we got, and we love it. This is me placing it on the ground to see the shape and also to look for a way to cover the back, of which we later did with masking tape. And after covering it, this was my baby cutting out the foam, and my sister on the other hand, while I was filling up the dress form with the foam. I initially wanted to use fiber, but the price was high, so I chose to go with foam. And after that, I went to cut the base of this dress form, of which I used carryboard. And after cutting the base, I picked the dress form to check the size, if it was matching, and it was matching. And on the second day, I went to sew a very beautiful dress for this dress form, and this was me stitching the back together. And when I went to my weather to get my tripod stand, and finally we had this. Voila! What do you think? Drop your comments.